Hi, this is the 6.03 Disunion instructional video for U.S. History Part A. In this lesson, you're going to be learning about the election of 1860 in which President Lincoln was elected into the presidency, not really by a majority of the popular vote, as we see here. He only got about 40%, or less than 40%, but he did get a majority and a clear victory in the Electoral College. Now, Lincoln benefited from the fact that the Democrats were divided between North and South. There were North Democrats and Southern Democrats who had different positions on the issue of slavery, which was literally tearing the country apart in general. The goals for the lesson are to explain how Abraham Lincoln was elected president in 1860, also to identify the states that seceded from the Union after Lincoln's election. Now, the word seceded means to leave or to break ties with. So, South Carolina was the first of the southern states to leave the Union, and eventually, those states that did leave the Union formed the Confederacy that would end up fighting the North during the Civil War. Our third goal is to demonstrate mastery of important knowledge and skills learned in previous lessons. You're going to see that your reading for this lesson contains a very short reading segment of 406 to 407. You do have a reading guide for this lesson on slide 3. Please click on the reading guide, print it off, and make sure that you're answering your questions as you complete the reading for 406 and 407. Let's take a look at those textbook pages. Starting on 406, the election of 1860 begins right here towards the bottom of the left-hand column. You're going to be reading all about the election, how Lincoln won, who his opponents were, and then we're going to get into how the inauguration of Lincoln as president basically tipped the hand of the South and they decided to secede from the Union. First, it was South Carolina who did so. Okay. Once you have done your reading, you can come back into the lesson and complete the Nation Elects Lincoln activity. This activity is largely fill in the blank in nature. You're going to take the word over here on the left hand side and use your pointer, click and point and drag the term to where you believe it fits on the screen. So I just gave you one there. Construction of the Transcontinental Railroad was one of the things that Lincoln wanted to do on his platform. That a platform is a list of ideas or things that you are running on, things that you're running for or to accomplish. Okay, so you're going to do that with the rest of the activity. There are a couple more activities here based on filling in the blank. Once you finish the activity, you want to move into the chapter highlights. Read these. They have key information as to what you should know from this chapter. Very helpful when preparing for a quiz and also when preparing for a unit test. I know a lot of students actually print these out and then put them in a binder and have them readily available for their access. Now on slide 5 you're going to see reference to a graded assignment. Please do not worry about this one. I've actually removed this from the course because the topic for this we're actually going to do in the discussion for 606. So I have actually altered this lesson a little bit. There is no graded assignment for 603. Instead of doing the existing discussion, I replaced the topic for this particular graded assignment and put it into the 606 discussion. So no need to submit this particular assignment. Next, you're going to move into the lesson quiz. Please be sure to complete the quiz before finishing and moving on to your next lesson in the course. Should you have any questions at all, please contact me. Good luck on your quiz.